You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear, no problem.
Okay, and I've got my speakers turned up so everybody can hear you and the microphone's in front of my computer.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, very good, actually.
Well, I'm in charge.
Are you?
Of the Zoom? No, not hardly.
Careful what you wish for.
No, shush.
What is Zoom?
Ooh, government time, 10 o'clock. Hey, Ron, government time. Where's government?
Want to start? I don't care.
Check my things. I just hate that.
Whenever you're ready. I'm just writing notes.
Okay.
Yep, I'm fine.
Let's call the meeting to order. Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Diane.
Okay. Daniil?
Here.
Makosi?
Here. Here.
Ferretti? Longo?
Here.
Kabinski? Here. Brous?
Here,
McIntyre here.
Somebody want to make a motion to approve the minutes for November 8th?
Yeah, I'll make a motion. I second.
Okay, the treasurer, I'm sorry, we got, I'll do that. I'm going to put it down anyway. Jim Hensel wants to speak, and Paul Cajos, just so everybody knows. Okay, it's up to you, Vic, the treasurer's report.
Treasurer's report, Vic.
I didn't get one made up yet. I was working on this budget, didn't get one made up.
Okay.
I will email it to everybody.
Okay. Board comments. Start with you, Diane. Anything?
No comments.
Nothing at this time.
I'm good.
No, I'm good.
Hey, the only thing I have to say is, yesterday was, I'm glad that we got that green form situated. Everybody knows about it because we need the eyes and ears out there. That green form, everybody knows about it. If you see an incident or something, write it up because there's only 6 of us, 7 of us that can see things out there. We need your help out there. There's a lot of infractions and things going on. They want to keep everything up to par. But take a look at that. And one other thing, happy holidays, everybody. That's it.
No. You guys do. He doesn't get to say anything.
Nothing from me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to the budget.
Well, we've seen this so many times, then we'll get him.
Vic, do you have anything to say about the budget?
Did he hear?
Vic, anything to start? We're starting with the budget.
All right, done with comments?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, because I can't hear this guys real well. All right, on the agenda, I'm going to make a motion that we accept the budget as presented at our board workshop meeting and approved
Are you there?
yes.
You're buffering. Hello? Who said I was doing a good job? Liar. Liars.
You there, Vic?
Vic!
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, you totally cut out. We lost you.
Okay.
Start over, please.
Okay, I'm going to make a motion that we accept the budget, the 2023 budget with minor changes that was approved by the board directors at our November 8th meeting to be approved today, to be sent out to the homeowners.
Okay. I'm going to go around with, Diane, you got anything to say about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
I would like to say that there were multiple changes made to the budget, and that I think that we need to explain in a greater detail some of the issues that were identified in the budget. So that's my comment.
Did you hear that, Vic? Did you hear that, Vic?
Diane said there are multiple changes in the budget that she feels the board should address and explain it to the membership.
Okay.
The changes that you mentioned.
Two different things here. I'm recommending that we approve the budget, which is column 3 on everything that was sent out to homeowners. There are very, very few minor changes made on that one. What Diana's talking about is the 2022 year-end projection, which is not the budget.
I don't understand that comment.
Larry's talking about that, where they had 178,000, it should be that. That's the one.
Okay.
Most of the changes that were made were on the projected year end, is what he's saying. Am I saying that right, Vic?
You're saying that the motion, the changes were made to the projected year end, which doesn't actually affect
Right.
the budget, is what you're saying?
Right.
Yes, but I'll explain them though anyway.
Yes,
Yeah,
Budget itself did not change.
yes, yes.
right.
So, what he's talking about when we went through the budget, when the finance committee, other members of the board went through the budget, there were a few minor changes that were made. For instance, under miscellaneous income in projected year end, I had transposed numbers. I wrote it was 100,275. Well, it was 100,725. So that was adjusted. This is going to be sent out to everybody with these changes when you get the approved budget. Remember, this is only the proposed. There was also a line item of carryover that was on one page but did not go through to the first page of the budget, and that was because we were having a problem with our formulas. We have added and deleted so many line items over the years that the formulas were not working correctly. That has all been changed. The new budget that you get will have that all fixed, okay? It does not change the bottom line whatsoever. The bottom line did not change, okay? It's just little numbers throughout. The biggest change, however, is that we had the special assessment listed still in operating. That is being transferred to the reserves where it should be. So that will be transferred to the outside infrastructure reserve. That was a special assessment money that we collected for ponds 8 and 25. There is actually a line item in infrastructure that says ponds, and so that money will be transferred to there. That took care of, and again, that was all just in the projected year-end totals. That did not affect the actual proposed budget for 2023. There is one other change, two other changes, excuse me. So one of them, when you get the new approved budget, in cable, as we discussed numerous times for the last months, and we did a poll yesterday of everybody that was here at my information meeting. Hotwire starts July 1st, but we are not being charged the entire Hotwire fee for 6 months. That is basically their signing bonus. However, we are still going to charge you guys as if we had to start paying Hotwire starting July 1st rather than January 21st. The thinking was this money is going to be used to offset the next special assessment. So rather than you getting a special assessment for $600,000, we're going to save whatever we can from what we would have been paying Hotwire, and we're going to use it to offset that. In the approved budget that you will get, it's going to be mentioned in numerous places of what is being done, okay? And it's actually going to say that the money from Hotwire collected, minus their fees, because we still have to pay franchise fees, taxes, etc. The money collected from Hotwire, minus their fees, will go into the outside infrastructure reserve account, specifically under ponds. That will be spelled out. It's approximately $217,000. We won't know until we actually get the first bill from Hotwire. Like I said, we do have to pay franchise fees, government fees, taxes, etc. So all of that will be spelled out, okay, in the approved budget that you will get with a new cover letter. Again, does not affect the bottom line. It's still 570, 561, and 501, or whatever.
No, 626, 563, and 501.
And there's one other item. I have been saying to you guys over and over and over that we're budgeting for a 30% increase in insurance. I've been saying that. We talked about it at the budget committee meeting, etc. Well, it turns out that the original figure of 20% is what I had left in the budget. So there is only a 20% increase in the budget. I'm going to recommend, I believe most of the boards have said it, I'm going to recommend that we do not amend the budget for that. We were going on the guesstimate that it's a 30%. There was just a big article yesterday that numerous condos in the area are getting 40%. So rather than increase you guys by $10 to cover that extra 10%, wait until May, let's see what the insurance actually comes in at, and then go from there. Comes in at 20%, there's no assessment, there's no anything. Comes in at 40%, we would have had to have a special assessment anyway. So I'm going to recommend to you guys that we just keep it the same. I know that most of us have already discussed this, but rather than increasing and amending the budget right now, just keep it at the $712,000.
I'm on board with that, if everybody else is.
Just a sidebar on it, and I don't know if there's any correlation or not, excuse me, but my condo insurance for my condo for next year went up 10%.
And you just paid that back?
Just paid it. No, I didn't pay yet. I'm paying it at the end of the month.
So it's actually for 2023.
10%. Now, I don't know if there's any correlation with the, like I say, we don't know if it go up 40%, you don't know. And like I say, I recommend too that we keep the budget as it is. We don't know.
It's a tough call. I mean, you're going by what the insurance agent is telling you. You really don't know. I mean, it could be 20, it could be 30, it could be 40.
Mine went up 10%.
You don't know. It's just a guesstimate.
I agree. I think simply it's an unknown factor, so we might as well, we have the budget already done and just proceed and correct it if necessary in the spring.
I agree.
Okay. Pam? Pam, you on board with that?
Not really.
No.
We know insurance is going to go up. It's a hard call because we don't know what it is. We're speaking of a variable, and we don't know. We do more than likely the fact that it's going to go up more than 20%. I think going into this knowing that, I'm for changing the budget. I don't want to spend more. No, I don't want it to go up, but.
Yeah. I mean, in 2024, there's a possibility it could go down. You don't know what's going to happen in 2024 either.
No.
So now we're putting the money into the budget, you know. I know, I just like the idea of a special assessment instead, if we're going to get hit with it, because we could get hit with one anyway. We could get hit with 40%. We don't know. So we're going to end up with a special assessment one way or the other.
True.
Would that special assessment include the ponds and the insurance, or are they separate?
We could put them together.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. All
Oh,
right.
yeah. Absolutely, it could be put together if it comes down to that.
You're going to have to make a motion. Somebody's going to have to make a motion, being that you're going to have to make a motion.
Don't somebody outside want to talk on items?
Yeah. Jim Hensel.
Jim Hensel, 12 Jenny. You know, I disagree with Vic. I don't think those were minor changes. And when I first got the budget in the mail, I got my dander up. I figured you did it again, messing with the reserve and keeping the money into the operating budget. But then, listening to Chris, he covered a lot of the same things that I was going to talk about and did a good job. Because when I went through all the numbers, the calculations were correct. The maintenance for next year was correct. But, disagreeing with Vic again, my most critical thought was the expenses didn't match the income. That's a no-no in any budget, in any financial document. Income equals expenses. It's a simple thing. Which brings up a couple of things. I still have two comments, recognizing that Chris addressed everything else that I had. One, when the budget was discussed at the discussion meeting, the reason we started the discussion meetings, if you remember, Chris, was for the board to, without the rules, just talk about stuff, get the owners interested, and discuss. I was pretty disappointed when you discussed the budget, but didn't give us any information on it. You kept it among yourselves. A discussion meeting should be open to all the owners. We should have the same information you do. The other thing was the budget committee. I really think you need to redo the budget committee's resolution. When we wrote it up, everybody that was on the budget committee realized what they were responsible for doing. I don't think the current budget committee knows that. And I think the resolution needs to be rewritten to identify specifically what they're responsible for, such as the accuracy of the budget when it's given to the board, such as comparing our costs with other condos. We used to do that, and I don't think it's been done in years. The purpose of the budget committee, and I don't think, this is not against Chris. We all did what we had to do to get the place straightened out from the last two managers, and Chris helped us a lot. But we went over every single line item, compared it with other condo associations around here looking for ways to reduce costs. Budget committee doesn't do that anymore, and it's not a difficult job. I really think that you ought to consider rewriting that resolution and make it more specific. Anyhow, I'm glad you're sending out the new revised budget. And incidentally, you know, the statutes allow you to amend the budget during the year. You don't have to make a special assessment on a one-time increase. You can just amend the budget and add another $10, $20 to it. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Hey, Jim, in all due respect, I respect you very highly. We had a budget meeting on October 26th, open for everybody. I believe the only person that came to that meeting, not counting board members or finance committee members, was Jim Hensel, one guy.
And Artie oh yeah.
Well, Artie's on the finance committee.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
On October 27th, we had another budget meeting, open for everybody. And I don't think, Jim, you were at that one, correct if I'm wrong. Okay, no, that's fine. The point I'm getting at is Jim is very knowledgeable. We take his advice, he's very good. But I just want to let everybody know, in all due respect, that we do open everything to everybody. Unfortunately, it was posted, I don't know how many times. Nobody came to these meetings. We like to see as many as we can. Like yesterday's meeting, the manager meeting, this place was full. That's what we like to see. Everybody's got their input. You can come to those budget meetings, the finance committees, see how it's run. It's not an easy task. And the way I read this and read the budget, correct if I'm wrong, you have over a $3 million budget, and we're $2,000 off. That's outstanding, I think. And there's a lot of hard work that's put into this. And that's all I have to say on that. Jim, in all due respect to you. Where are you?
Thank you, Jimmy. On top of that, I mean, we said this time after time, come to these meetings. You don't see anybody at the workshop meetings. There's more people at the work, but the monthly managers meeting, there's tons of people there. these budgets have got to be put in place. If you want to know about the budget, you should be at the budget meeting so you know what's going on. You know, I mean, come to the meetings. Paul Cajo, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead, Jim.
I just had one more comment. Chris has already indicated he's going to retire. We've had some sad experiences with the last two managers before Chris, and we've straightened things out with Chris's help. You need to make some of these changes before he leaves.
Absolutely.
With his help.
Yep, you're right, Jim. Paul Cajos. Paul.
Thank you. It's in regards to the assessment or the hot wire money. Okay. Personally, I would rather see an assessment and have those monies specifically allocated to ponds. Now, what Chris just explained, I didn't hear yesterday, but if it's written in the budget that those additional monies would be specifically listed to ponds, I would feel a lot better about it. But once, as someone said yesterday at the meeting, once your HOA fees go up, they never go down. If we can keep them from going up.
That figure is going to stay there in place anyway, because what it's going to do is it's going to carry into when the hot wire starts, when they start charging us, that figure is already built into the budget. So next year, it may go up another $15.
Right.
Okay? On top, it was going to be 30 total, but we're just collecting it this year to make up the difference.
Right. You're collecting 6 months of hot wire, but not having to pay for it.
Right.
And those monies, as Chris said, it's going to be written into the budget specifically that those monies go into the
outside
fund.
infrastructure, yes.
Not into account that, into some line item that could go elsewhere. That was my concern.
Yeah, it'll go into outside infrastructure under a line item set for POMS.
Okay.
POMS, I'm sorry.
All right.
For ponds, yeah. for
Yeah,
ponds.
and it'll go up the amount that was written on the cover sheet of the budget.
Well, it may be more,
proposed.
that's a guesstimate, you know, I mean, it's up around 217, but we don't know what the taxes and fees are going to be right now, so it's somewhere in that area.
Okay, was that 217 for 6 months or 217?
For 6 months.
For 6 months, okay, all right, thank you.
And just to, it wasn't discussed at my meeting, that was actually discussed at the emergency board meeting that was held. It was posted on 63. Okay. And they had an emergency board meeting to specifically address that issue and to do they put it on, I think the meeting was at 3. I think it went on 63 at 2. It was played on YouTube. I don't know if it was able to be recorded.
No.
But there'll be minutes posted. You can read the minutes. But that was specifically addressed as to that issue. To explain to you guys, we know we verbally talked about it numerous times, but to really explain to you that that is going to be locked in for ponds alone, period.
And again, next year it rolls over into the hot wire account.
Chris, did you want to read that verbatim?
The statutes. The statutes don't really go into separating the reserves and the operating budget in that much detail, but the administrative code spells out that the budget and the operating costs are year-to-year occurrences. All capital expenses and things like that that are not current come out of the reserves. No choice. It's by statute.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Paul. Gene, you have anything to say?
No.
That's something you're going to have to make a motion on the raising the insurance because she doesn't. So you're going to have to make a motion.
Okay. Should we go through everything else first, right? Talk about the budget first, right? Finish talking about it? If we didn't, Bob, you want to talk about that?
But what? No, I'm all set.
You're good? You're good? Okay, somebody's got to make a motion to,
That
I
we
think-
approve it?
yeah.
Yeah, I move that we approve.
No.
We need a motion
Nope, motion,
that we're not going to increase the insurance escrow of the insurance, or we are.
one of the
I
two.
mean, because
We-
it obviously is not unanimous, so there's got to be a motion.
Okay, I move that we accept the budget with a 20% increase for liability insurance, and since the budget is a guesstimate, we're going to hope and pray that it comes in at 20%. If not, then we will have a special assessment for the difference. Or, as Jim said, we can amend the budget, one or the other.
I'll second it.
Okay, roll call, Diane.
Okay. Daniil?
Yes.
Makosi,
Yes.
Ferretti,
Yes.
Longo,
Yes.
Brous,
Can you hear
Yes.
Vic? Yes. Yes.
Kabinski,
No.
McIntyre, yes.
Okay, that's it, right?
Did we cover everything?
Now the budget. Now you have to make the motion to to accept the budget.
I move to accept the budget
Second.
for 2023. I forgot to add that.
Okay. Daniil,
Yes.
Makosi,
Yes.
Ferretti,
Yes.
Longo,
Yes.
Brous,
Yes.
Kabinski,
No.
McIntyre, yes.
Jim, you don't have anything else to say? We're done there, right? Thank you. Okay. Paul, you good? Okay. Let's adjourn the meeting. Make it- oh, wait a minute.
Can you, I didn't put it on there, but
Owner's request?
yes.
Okay.
Speak on non-agenda.
Non-agenda.
Not
Because I
agenda.
think Maura had an announcement.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's right.
Me the time. At the last, I do believe it was a workshop meeting, there was some discussion as to our social events. And I just want to clarify how our social events are handled. Anytime that we have paid entertainment, we have a fee that we have to pay to a company called BMI. And it started out that it was around $1,000. Now it is up to $2,300. So during season, which is technically our season here, where we have most of our residents here, we rely on our residents, the majority, to come to these events and help pay for this. So anytime there's a DJ, any type of music, anything like that, we have to pay this fee. So that's why those particular events are not self-supporting versus other events that we have that are, our luncheons and stuff. So I just wanted to clarify why we do that during season. There was a comment that we rely on our seasonal people more to pay for these events, and that is why. Also, our social activities committee, they pay for the band for the dancing in Under the Stars. They host it and they pay for that. So that's another expense out of there that they pay for. So that's where that money comes from. So I just wanted to clarify the difference in having our luncheons or anything else. Anytime there's any type of music, a paid entertainer, we have to pay this fee. So that's why we do it. So I just wanted to clarify that. Does anybody have any questions on that?
It's a one-time fee.
That's a one, yeah, it's
It
a
doesn't
one-time
make any
fee.
difference if you have one entertainer for the year or if you have 50. It's a one-time fee. So, anyway,
But it's a one-time fee every year.
every year,
Every year, yeah.
yes, and it's going up.
Yes.
What isn't?
Wow.
The company is named BMI. Yes, and we have to pay that fee. Why?
BMI holds the copyright to probably 95% of all the music that is ever made. Gotcha. And for a venue to be able to play music, you have to pay them to be able to use it. They own the copyright. You know it.
Yep.
It's the entertainer doesn't pay it.
Right.
We
The
have to
venue-
pay it.
The venue actually
Yes.
does, right.
So that's where that comes from. And then the other announcement is that I wanted to announce who the new MORA board will be effective January 1st of 2023. Our current second chair, Sue Andrews, is moving to chairperson of MORA. She comes with a lot of experience. She was the social activities chairperson, and she's been second chair for MORA. So she's moving to that position. And Tom Andrews is going to take second chair. Tom Andrews was the chair of our planning committee, and he was also a member of the board of directors. So we're very thrilled that both of them will lead us forward on that. Pam Denny will stay as secretary, and Linda Pearson is remaining as treasurer. And I will remain on as emeritus. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the Monterey Yacht and Country Club community for supporting me as chairperson over the last few years, and it has been an honor to represent you, the residents of this community. Respectfully, Peggy O'Keefe. Thank you.
Does anybody else have anything?
Yeah, Chris, if I may. On a lighter note, just want to remind everybody, Wednesday evening here in the main clubhouse, we're having a trivia. Claire and I are hosting it. It's a lot of fun, multiple choice answers. Just come down and no need to sign up. And if you have a team or if you're alone, we'll put you together. It's shaping up to be quite a turnout, so get here a little early if you're interested. 6:30 Wednesday.
6:30.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to say, I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving, and I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year, a healthy Happy New Year, and a very Merry Christmas. Those that are going home for the holidays, travel safe, coming back and forth. One thing I want to say, please don't forget the kids' Christmas party, December 6th, 10 a.m. Pat and Ed Marjoni are still collecting donations for the kids. And there's still a few tickets left for the Monterey Owners Christmas Party on December 9th, and I believe they're going to be, at 1 p.m., they're going to be selling them in the clubhouse here, so everybody knows. Somebody make a motion to adjourn, I think.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Meeting.
All in favor?
All in favor? Aye.
I oppose.